Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's the Geo Show, I think. Welcome, everybody. Geo here from Manga Geekdom. Tonight, we have a very special broadcast for you. You know what? I got my weird sunglasses that I'm going to put because it's 9:31 p.m. my time, and I want to be one of the cool kids. So there we go. All right. I can't see anything out of these glasses. They are heavily tinted, and right now I can barely see my cursor, but damn it, I look pretty cool if I do say so myself. So thank you everybody for joining. I truly do appreciate it. Tonight we're going to go over some solicits for some manga that are coming out that could be quite epic and maybe the best announcement of the year, if you ask me. So thank you all for joining, and let's give a shout out. I'm not kidding. I cannot see where the cursor is. Holy crap. Wait a minute. There we go. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, making tonight's broadcast happen. Severely handicapped. Get your omnibus, straight paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices that range from 25 to 55% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And there's the loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your order if you make it on a week-by-week basis. That is InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. Not only that, you get great packaging and wonderful customer service only at InStock Trades, IST. At the end of every month, it is coming up, so stay tuned. It could be tonight, could be Friday, or maybe it could be Monday. Who knows? We will be doing a $50 gift card giveaway, courtesy of InStock Trades. All you got to do is show up, hang out with the chat, in the chat, and we'll pick out a winner towards the end of that stream. So shout out to InStock Trades. Oh boy, hold on. Give me a minute. Okay, so there's the main website. All right, you got your deals of the week, which I can't read these. And I damn it, I am persistent. I do not want to take my glasses off. But I know it's Alita at some discount. There we go. You got Harley Quinn. Oh, I can see if I tilt my head a little bit. I can see it. All right. DC Finest, Harley Quinn at 55% off. You got that Battle Angel Alita Mars Chronicle Volume 10 at 45% off. The Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four hardcover, you got that at 40. I don't know why I'm reading the percentages. Those are only going to last until Tuesday, but whatever. 46% off Fantastic Four, and the Strange Girl hardcover 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition hardcover from Rick Remender at 50% off. If you want to find out about all the new deals of the week, including the manga deals and all that fun stuff, you got to tune in on a Monday for hauls, reads, and all that fun stuff. You got your new releases, and of course, you got your top sellers and all that wonderful stuff. There are some sales happening. You got your red tag sale. You got right now they're doing the Celebrating Black Writers and Artists. That is a brand new sale that's happening. You can check that out with some excellent titles like Bitter Root, the Omnibus edition at 47% off. And the Black Panther stuff, like the Priest Omnibus right there, 1 and 2, both 43% off. The Ta-Nehisi Coates Omnibus as well, Captain America. You got the Chew Omnivore editions. A lot of cool stuff. Far Sector, which we talked about on the Monday show. You got the regular trade paperback, 47% off, and the compact edition. That's the one I recommend, because if you're a manga viewer and you're watching this channel and you're thinking, I'd like to get into some DC Comics action, where can I start? How about some Galaxy Space Cop murder mystery adventure right here with a fantastic creative team and a wonderful character? You can get it for $5.29. That's less than a manga volume, and you get a lot of issues. You get 12 issues jam-packed into one of these bad boys right here. These sell extremely well on stores, retail stores. I don't know. So I assume they sell really well as well here. I don't know what I'm saying. So go check them out. That's your assignment tonight. After we're done goofing around with all the cool manga, Go to instocktrades.com. Shout out. How do I close this? Oh my gosh. There we go. Woo. All right. Give me a second. All right. I got it. I got it. Yes, I do. How the hell am I going to share? Okay. Heath, hello everyone. Javier, thank you so much. Hey y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be joined by one of my co-hosts. We'll see what happens. I put out the bat signal, so they should be here or not. Who knows? H Field, thank you for joining. Gio's looking super fly. Thank you. Appreciate that. I half expected Colleen to be here because of the ... in the thumbnail. Yeah, I'm going to give my 2 cents about that. I'm not the one to give out a dissertation on it because it's me, right? But I'll talk about it. I'll represent the community a little bit, even though I don't think the community cares about my opinion. But you know, Doc Eggman. Hey, there we go. That's cool. Eggman. You know, I was listening to the Eggman theme song from Sonic Adventure 2 a couple hours ago, so it's prophetic that I would wear these glasses, right? Now I just need the super big mustache and a more rotund body. Like something straight out of Dr. Slump, Gio. Thank you. Appreciate it. Squirtle Squad vibes. Love it. Gio looking like the Scottish priest in Helsing. What was his name? Alexander? Something? I can't do the accent. You would all just laugh at me. I suck. In my brain, I can imitate him pretty well. But once you hear it, no. Thank you. Thank you. Alexander. There you go. Bitterroot. Omar has been wanting me to read Bitterroot for ages because he thinks I would like it. And I agree. But I am lazy and I have not gotten it. But I do want to check it out. Bitterroot looks awesome. So we had a lot of announcements happening. I'm going to get straight to it. If you guys have any questions about anything, it doesn't have to be manga. It can be about life. I don't care. Shoot them in the chat, please. I'm willing to answer anything tonight. It's one of those nights where I don't care. We got a lot of announcements. We got some Kodansha news that you might have heard about. We got some Dark Horse news that you might have heard about. We got some Tokyo Pop that you might have heard about, or probably not because it was on a weekend and that was really weird. We got some 7C stuff. I'm checking the links here as I talk. And I had one news for Riley, but he's not here. So now I'm not going to say it. If he gets here, I'll say it. If not, look, I closed the tab and everything. I'm not going to talk about it. Oh, well. Jean Reno from The Professional. Let's go. That's pretty badass. Thank you, Harvey. Or sorry, Harvey. There's Harvey. Cynthia, I apologize. I can't see for shit in these glasses. Look at that. We got our co-host here tonight.
Are you Morbius?
No. Somebody said I'm Alexander from Helsing. Someone else said I'm Eggman from Sonic.
Oh, Jean Reno from
said John Reno. Riley, I can't see anything out of these glasses. I'm sorry.
I think I have something.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. How you been? I know we're live and we didn't catch up in the green room. Look at that. Looks super sexy. I love it. Hell yeah, dude.
I'm good.
Just couple homies on a Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talk about manga. What's not to love?
What a week we've had, huh?
I know. It's super exciting. That's why I brought my silly glasses because I'm feeling cool tonight.
I think.
Look at that. You're also super fly.
Thank you. I think this is probably the end of announcement season, of the first announcement season of the year, and while Kodansha didn't bring a lot, they did at the very least have a few really big announcements, including what was probably your most wanted thing ever.
Yes, I'm so excited. We'll get to that in a sec. Let me highlight some more comments. What's the worst manga you've ever read? That could be a show unto itself. Worst manga that I've read. Worst manga that I've read. I'm gonna say. Oh, shoot! What was it? I'll circle back to that because there's one in my head, but I can't remember the name of it at the moment.
I have two, and they kind of are consistent with one another. The first one was
Crying Freeman? Oh.
No, Game of Familia.
Oh, I remember that. You told me about that.
Yeah, I read like the first. Oh no, my chopper.
Rest in peace, Chopper.
The little chain came undone. Game of Familia. I was reading the volume as like a preview thing because it was sent by Yen Press, and I usually would read before making my videos at least the first chapter,
Right.
as long as they sent stuff in time.
Right.
And I couldn't make it through the first chapter because it was just like so. What plot? It was just like they were thrown into a world where like it was just full of sexual violence. Let's just put that way.
Right.
On the side of like I think it was like goblins that were doing it or something like that, and they were like all that goblins do is murder and grape. I don't know if we get in trouble for saying the word on here, but like that's what
I don't know. Yeah.
The other one very similarly from Seven Seas was Booty Royale. Where the main character has to fight against 100, like she has to go through a gauntlet of 100 different fighters, and if she loses against one of them, then they all get to have their way with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's one of the most disgusting things that I've ever heard. Like, this is insane, and it's like popular enough of a series to warrant them still going on with releases. So those are my two picks. I know you mentioned Crying Freeman. Like that one, I was pretty disgusted with like the way that the main character acts, but I don't think that it's anywhere near as bad as those other two are. It's like I actually made it all the way through Crying Freeman.
This one is not terrible, but it weirded me out, and I think we talked about it like 2 years ago. Sweet Poolside from Oshimi.
Oh yeah, because you didn't like the shaving and the hair and stuff.
But nope, I don't want to see it's like when people show you like close-ups of chewing or eating, doing bodily things. Like, nah, I'm good. I know everybody does it, but nah, I'm good. I was icked out by it.
In the movie The Substance, there's like the scene where what's his name, Dennis Quaid's character is eating like shrimp cocktail and dipping it in like a butter sauce, and they do a close-up to like his hands dipping in the butter sauce and like him like eating in his mouth chewing on the stuff, and it's like
I would not be able to see that.
The grossest part of the whole movie.
You know what? I'm going to throw somebody under the bus, and I'm sorry for interrupting you. I know someone, I can't say who, that eats like they are a freaking goat in the mountains. And it is the most vile and disgusting thing that I've ever heard, seen, and experienced. And the other day, I was forced to sit next to that person as they were chewing so loudly, so chaotic. And I had to push through it. And I told myself, like, think of something. You know how kids like will start, or when you're falling asleep and you start counting sheeps? I was doing something like that in my head. I'm like, all right, I'm doing 1, 2, 3. And I even started saying it out loud because it was that bad of the person chewing. The excuse was that they feel like they're drowning or like drowning. No, suffocating. So they can't chew with their mouth closed, and they have to do like super open up. It's disgusting. I don't know where we're on this tangent. I apologize.
I thought you were saying someone that like I would know, and then
No. It's not from the internet.
I was like, oh, you were sitting next to them. Okay.
No, it's from my world outside of YouTube.
Outside of YouTube.
That would drive. I can't. You never know if the person will tune in, so I can't like do that because then it's going to be awkward if they know that I'm talking about them.
That's definitely a pet.
I'll tell you afterwards because it's hilarious.
It's definitely a pet peeve of mine as well. Like the open mouth eating, smacking, and stuff. Like it. One of my best friends, like when he was younger, he ate with his mouth open, and I think it was actually my mom who was like, "You need to quit that." Like my mom told him to stop, and he doesn't do it anymore.
Harvey, did either of our hosts order the Pink Banana anthology? I didn't even know that existed. Sorry.
I think Matt at Starfruit had some copies available, but no, I didn't get that.
What is Pink Banana? Is it like one of those super indie manga?
More or less. I don't think it was a. He'll tell me if I'm wrong, but like I don't think it had an English release. Like he had them from Japan.
Oh, wait a minute. Pink Banana, the watermelon manga. I hate that. What was it called?
Watermelon Man?
Yes, that is disgusting. I hated that so much. Now I know. Kane, do not Google that, please. For your sanity, do not look that up.
Oh, it is an English language book.
I kind of regret that one of the first things we showed Colleen was Watermelon Man when they started participating on Omnibros. I'm like, that is not a proper introduction. They're going to think the worst of me.
Should be in by the end of February. Okay, so it is an English language thing, but I don't think that it's directly published by Starfruit. They were just kind of distributing it. It's hard to order stuff from Starfruit though, because like some of my friends have books that they ordered that like it's been years and they never got them.
Right. I've never ordered from Starfruit. But shout out. I wish them the best. Oh, you guys are talking about food. I'm like, what the hell is San Marzano? That's not a manga. Okay. I'm feeling silly tonight, chat. Apologies. Really works. It does. All right. Anyways, Riley, did you haul anything that people might want to check out and see? And
I definitely did, and I think I put everything away. I do have. Hold on, I have a stack that's not put away yet.
Let's go. Love it.
Okay, so this is one of the two packages that I got in. I also got Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, the Flash.
I'm frozen. Sorry, I'm back. I froze.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably going to freeze again because StreamYard says I have 1 bar of Wi-Fi. I don't know why.
StreamYard
hates me. That's why.
Should go away.
But dude, this page sucks. I hate it. You know that. I complain about it all the time off air.
Vinland Saga hardcover volume 6.
That is super sexy. Love it.
Book 6. So that one was one of the big ones, and then I got a couple of Omnibus, the Amazing Spider-Man 6 and the Flash by Mark Waid 2. So those are over there.
Heck yeah.
This is an older release that I finally remembered to pick up.
Look at that.
I was making an order on Amazon, and I haven't seen this anywhere else. Like, as far as Our sponsor, I don't think carried it, unless I'm wrong. I don't care. And I never saw it on like Crunchyroll. Like, if our sponsor did carry it, then they did so very fleetingly, and I got it off of Amazon. But I finally did so. So this is Unicorn Awakening. This is, I believe,
Right.
the first, like manga coming from the graphics imprint. I believe that James shared in your Discord that they were going to be doing a Spider-Man book soon. And
Oh yeah,
and I
right.
was like, actually, their first release was this one from last year. And he was like, I'd never even heard about that. And I was like, yeah, I keep forgetting about it. So this is based off of the character from Tezuka, but it's written by someone Satin. I forget his first name, and has Samuel Satin, and then it's illustrated by Gurihiru. So
Heck yeah.
if you are a fan of Gurihiru's artwork, I'll give you a taste of that. So it's full color. So this is
I love their work on Gwenpool or Gurihiru.
this is it's a Western manga. It's an original English language manga, as the old folks used to call it. And the one of the cats is named Toast, which is the same.
Yay! Nice.
She doesn't look like Toast, but
She's it in spirit. She
I've
cameo.
got a bunch of Kodansha stuff. Edition called Love, Volume 11. Irumakun Volume was this 12? Yeah.
I love that cover. So pink.
Suzume Volume 3, which I believe is the end of that manga.
Mhm.
Ogami-san Can't Keep It In 7. I think 8 is the last one on that one. Windbreaker number 9. That one's about to get monthly releases, if I'm not wrong. Fall in Love, You False Angels, Volume 1 from Koko Uzuki. Grand Blue Dreaming, Volume 21. We went quite a while without a new volume, and then I feel like we got a couple of them pretty quickly.
Right.
The Fable, Volume 6. So I haven't unwrapped this one yet, but and then this one is really fun. Little Mega Man from Udon.
Oh, I need to get that.
The cover is fantastic. The back cover is great. So the endless battle between Dr. Wily and Mega Man begins, and then they have all these things like 8 new bosses.
And they even got American Mega Man. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Organic Rush, the terrifying power of comfort, a new era, harsh words. I don't care about those pathetic humans. Rock, roll, you are all that matters. So I haven't read it yet, but just by the back cover, this looks like it's probably going to be a bit of a masterpiece, if I do say so myself. And that's.
Did you get the other one? The other Udon Mega Man?
It hasn't. It shipped, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Gotcha.
It was in the same order from our sponsor, and they split that into 2 because we were waiting on a couple things to come in, and that was one of those things that I was waiting on to come in. So hasn't come in yet. And I've done a lot of reading this past several days as well. I'm halfway through the 4th omnibus of Initial D, and I started to read Vagabond in the definitive edition, and I am in love with the paper that they used here. It is the nicest paper stock I have ever
do that to me. Don't FOMO me.
Oh, you're about to get FOMO'd.
Oh no. I thought we were homies. I thought we were bros. What the hell, man?
Gio, the amount of times.
Oh my god.
Have FOMO'd me.
I know.
I don't know. It's not through the best camera, but like oh man, it's like low gloss. It's soft, velvety touch. It is like, it's not thin paper. But it's not like too thick. It's like the perfect thickness. This is like, this is the standard. This is the standard by which, like, not just manga, but like comics as well. Like that's my new gold standard. the paper stock that I know this is the weirdest thing to geek out about, but the paper stock that they're using here is the best paper stock I've ever seen on anything. And by golly, I cannot recommend enough. And look at the binding on this guy too. Like this, I think within the first 20 pages or so, the pages were staying without me having to hold them down. Like the first
oh man, now I'm Googling this stuff. Oh, thank God it's out of stock at in-stock trades. All right, I'm good.
and the like cloth exterior, they wrap so the top half is wrapped in cloth and it's nice and soft. It's like the Hellboy library editions.
Oh, nice. I love those. Oh boy.
The bottom part is more like a not rough, but like more
textured feel.
Slightly textured
Okay.
like wrap around there, and then I put the obi in the back of the book.
Some people have never seen an obi in their life. That is amazing. I laughed so hard at that. That's a reference that none of you kids will understand, but we know.
I wonder.
I think you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I was wondering if they're like Obi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anyway, it's one of the most like glorious pieces I've ever had.
How's it compared to the Monica paper stock?
I don't think I have a copy of Monica, so I cannot compare it. But I can't compare it, but I'm going to tell you it's better.
Kane, I will let you in on the secret on our Discord. I'll let you know. It's pretty funny. It's a joke that I started with Omnibros. All right. Let's see what I got here. Wait a minute. Never apologize for geeking out over paper stock, friend. Heck yeah. Here's a question. How's the paper in the initial D Omnis?
It is
pretty standard, I think, right?
Yeah, it's pretty it's like standard Kodansha paper. It's newsprint. It's not super thin, like it's not like a Viz 3-in-1 Omni, but it's not super thick either. It's pretty standard. I don't really think one way or the other. I did when I first made a video about it though. People got pissed at me for not talking about the paper stock.
I remember that. Oh my god, especially Reddit. Reddit was so triggered by that book.
I released the video like the day it came out. Like I went and bought like the copy from Kinokuniya, right, with the special cover. Like I wanted to have all three covers so I could make a special video about all of them, and people got so upset because I didn't talk about the paper stock, and people were just like,
one of the things that I still remember, they were so upset, and they said on Reddit subreddits or whatever, the reason these manga tubers don't talk badly about the initial D release is because they're shills for Kodansha and they want the free manga to be sent. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Stop it. Get some help. That's not it.
They'll send you free shit even if you talk bad about it. I'll tell you straight up right now. Like they want you to tell the truth, and if that means like telling people like, hey, this is a bad product, like,
right,
they're not
part of the game. Yeah.
As long as you actually are like making, like if they send you something at the end of the day, like they just expect you to actually show it, and that's it.
Right.
And as long as, like, I think it goes pretty far to be fair. Like if I look at something, I'll be like, you know, this story wasn't for me, but blah, 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 blah. Or I'll be like, I don't really like the binding on this one, or I don't like the way the paper felt on this one, but your mileage may vary. Like you got to be fair about stuff. Like that's all about the review, is like making sure people are aware that what you're saying is coming from your own perspective, rather than like trying to be fair or unfair. But I didn't mention the paper stock because I legitimately didn't think about it. Like I was so focused on every other aspect that I completely glossed over the paper stock, and it was so funny to me that such a small thing kind of ballooned, and I'm assuming I wasn't the only person to mention it, but like to me, it just felt like a standard Kodansha book, so I didn't feel like it needed to be mentioned.
So with that, let's get started on some news topics. We got a lot of solicit, folks. Let's highlight this. We start our journey with Dark Horse.
Yes.
Sponsored by one bad mother clucker. Rooster Fighter. Buy it now. Dark Horse is putting out Duranki from one of the GOATs, Kentaro Miura and Studio Gaga. This comes out in September. It's a one and done book. Unfortunately, after his passing, they decided to wrap it up. In ancient times, a wondrous child was born of the gods, neither human nor god, neither male nor female. I can't read. Usumgal has an inventive mind that can create solutions where they are needed most, descending from the holy mountain. Homeboy girl, it finds friends among humans, and with each fateful encounter comes adventure and perhaps their destiny. So this is exciting. I am super happy that this is coming out. It'll be 6 chapters and some bonus material inside, which I think it'll be the same as the Spanish edition. It comes with notes from Miura, and I read the ones in Spanish. That's how I know about it. He wanted to. This was originally going to be like him adapting Greek mythology and tragic stories into manga format, but then it got scrapped and later turned into Duranki with his studio and proteges. So you see concept art of Greek gods, Hercules, stuff like that. Hercules by Miura looks amazing. It's a damn shame we never got it. But Duranki's pretty awesome though. So yeah.
This really felt like something that was because he was handing over the reins of this one to Studio Gaga. So that's why it's like Studio Gaga presents Duranki, produced by Kentaro Miura. And so it really, like, in hindsight, feels like something that he was doing to like kind of get his studio working on something where he was not hands-on, like where they were not working on his artwork and they weren't working from his script and all that stuff.
Right.
And so like post-mortem, now we have they're kind of doing this with Berserk, but under the direction of Koji Mori, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I think it's going to be like a 250-page book. This was the last, like, well, not really. Okay, so of Miura's non-Berserk material, Dark Horse has also published Japan and the King of Wolves and Gigantomaxia.
Right.
King of Wolves has a sequel, which I don't. They've not published, if I'm not mistaken. Like I keep thinking, like, is the sequel in the book that they put out? But I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
And then there are 3 one-shots, like pre-Berserk one-shots. I think they're all pre-Berserk. And those have never been released in English either. So I'm hoping that after this, maybe we'll see them reprint Japan and King of Wolves and put out the King of Wolves sequel. And then those are all alongside Bronson, the writer of Fist of the North Star. That series will come up a little bit later. But he does the art and Bronson wrote them. And I'm thinking it'd be great to have those all collected in one place. And then Duranki along with Gigantomaxia, because Gigantomaxia was also heavily with Studio Gaga, and it has like this style of his, like his later style. And then throw some one-shots in one of the 2 books, and it would be great to like have those as like 2 companion hardcovers alongside Berserk on the shelves. That's my fingers crossed. That's my hope.
I will add. I found an image of the behind the scenes stuff that I mentioned. Me.
Nice.
Oh, that's 100 girlfriends. That's not it. Hold on.
100 girlfriends.
Yeah, because I posted that on my Discord that they're putting out a puzzle game for smartphones. So I was sharing the news with my Discord server. There it is. Okay, so these are concepts for the Greek gods, and holy crap, I wanted to see this so badly. And take a look at Hercules or Heracles or Hercules. Look at that dude. I love it. Ripped a goat thing head in half. Kind of reminds me of homie from Berserk, Zod. So shout out. And all that. And Dudanki. So there you go. Bob, I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. By the way, chat, if you see me tilting my head, if I look straight at the monitor, I get the purple tint that these glasses have on. But if I tilt my head, it clears up. So that's why I'm going like this. So I can read everything just fine. If I do this, I can read everything a-okay. So I'm just going to do that. It's not me looking cool or anything. So that was the only Dark Horse announcement, right? I didn't miss anything?
The Omega 6 was last week. The other stuff this week was all comic related from Dark Horse. Like I think this week they announced Umbrella Academy 4.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I saw you tweet.
There were cool comic announcements from Dark Horse this week as well, but that's for the comic show.
Right.
Tokyo Pop did so many announcements
on a freaking weekend where I didn't care to pay attention. I saw the multiple tweets. I'm like, it's a Sunday. What? I don't care. If this was on a weeknight, I'd be like super excited, or weekday, whatever. 15 new manga, webtoon licenses, 5 new releases under the Love imprint. We have here My New Wife's Fake Smile from Kengo Matsumoto. Boyfriend, sometimes girlfriend from Musawo. And if you guys want to pause the video, you can read the description here, the blurb. I'll Never Fall in Love with Amano from Haruna Harumaki. You Can't Live All on Your Own by Mizuko Tsuno. Do You Really Want Only a Meal by Yasu Tadano. Eternal Covenant by Haegi. Hope I said that right. Reincarnated in a Mafia Dating Sim. I love that title. Heck yeah. The Desert Butterfly Yearns to Be Caught. That's a lovely title too. Cute but Not Cute. That's not cute. Or maybe it is. I don't know. By Senmu Sakishita. Sanctified Lost Paradise from God Station. Such a random pen name to have. The Unwanted Bride Loves the Crown Prince with All Her Heart by Maya Koike and Sua Sumugi. And from Dokueki, My Adorable Betrothed. From Kan Ro, we have Sweet or Bitter Love. From Yo Matsumoto, I Can't Get Through the Night Alone. From Anne, hi Anne, Homare, Imitation Play. And that's it. Any of these scream out to you to check out, or?
I would have to look at them individually and like all that stuff, because there we
go. Sorry, I didn't have the pictures. My bad.
There were so many of them. I couldn't even. I didn't even have to like look through them and see if there was anything that I was super interested in.
Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, that's also a thing I don't like when you do like a ton in one go. Like I get overwhelmed. So you can look at some of the covers here, I guess. These are for the Love books. Although these already came out.
Yeah, those are coming out.
Oh, this is the stuff that's coming out last week of February.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Come on, guys, don't do that to me. I want to see the cover for the Mafia thing. Hold on. Or was it? There we go. We're going to this website, which I hate. Here it is. Reincarnated in a mafia dating sim. There's a sweeping new series. Oh, there's no description for it. Okay, fantastic. Good job, guys. Love it. Moving on from Tokyo Pop. If you guys in the chat have any books from Tokyo Pop that you're excited for, let us know. Seven Seas. These were yesterday. We got My Bias is Showing. That's me when I talk about Inhumans and Aquaman and Yokai.
There's 2 audiobooks and 1 novel, by the way, so you can skip 3 of the ones from this round.
Thank you. This is a manhwa. One first volume comes out December 2025, or is it 1 volume? Yeah, it's 1 volume. There we go. I apologize. Sunglasses Geo does not want to read all of this, but you can read it for yourselves. My Bias is Showing by Nabit and AOL, the internet service. Wakaba Won't Give Up by Konkichi. The first volume comes out in September. Yeah.
Basically, this is basically Tomo-chan, and that's what people were saying is like rip off of Tomo-chan. It's like, well, Seven Seas also publishes Tomo-chan, so I guess it's kind of fine if they have both.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's okay. If you don't wanna read Tomo-chan, you can read Wakaba. You prefer red hair girls or silver colored platinum hair? Well, okay, there we go. So moving on. This is the audiobook that you told us about. Okay. This is also an audiobook. Fantastic. It's a light novel. I Got Married to the Girl I Hate Most in Class. The manga is also published by Seven Seas, right?
I think it's coming out next month. I just put the list together for James, and I feel like I sent him that one.
James, if you're in here, you got some work to do. The anime is currently airing right now as well because I am watching it. It's silly. It's goofy. I like it. For Fridays, it's a good show.
Yeah, that's the response I saw from a lot of people was like, loving the anime, can't wait to read whatever.
Family Now and Forever. This is by Vin Diesel and Hakase. This comes out in November. It's a BL book right there. And saw some positive reception for this one. Tease Me Harder, a sweet and kinky romance from Fumika Minami. That's pretty interesting.
So this one was confusing, and I was confused, and I saw people who were confused. Actually, for a couple different reasons. But the first reason was they called it Josei, but you can see that the magazine or the cover, the Japanese cover, says Young Animal at the bottom,
right,
which of course is a seinen magazine. And so like I saw some other people looked into it, and I looked it up too. And this was published. I think it's an online Josei magazine that might not exist anymore.
Rest in peace.
And it was when it was originally released in tankobon form, the magazine or the books, they don't say Young Animal, and at the top they say like KM, because I think the magazine was called like Kuromitsu. Okay. But then Kuromitsu doesn't exist anymore, and Hakusensha, I guess, reprinted the tankobon and moved it under Young Animal. So the question, and I asked, or I don't remember if I actually asked, but friend of the show, Fatima, who lives in Japan, I don't know if they're in Japan right now, but they said they were going to check to see if it's actually in the seinen section at bookstores.
Awesome.
Because that's how they separate. In the bookstores, it's by demographic. And so it's just interesting how they moved it into something else. And I don't know if maybe they'd made the decision like this should appeal to that market, so let's try marketing it towards them, and they just shifted it. But yeah, The other thing that people got confused about is apparently it's not a steamship title, but one of I think the letterer, I saw people saying like they're like, oh yeah, it should be in steamship, because the letterer posted and said that it's in steamship, but then the publisher on Twitter was like, it's not going to be in any imprints. So
Okay, that's a wild publishing story there. Being Queenie, thank you for joining. I'm getting that Mafia dating sim one. Nice. I think I missed why we're all wearing glasses, but looking cool. I celebrated, and then Riley is backing me up in the celebration over the one epic manga that got announced that we haven't talked about yet. Some people say I look like Alexander from Hellsing. Other people said Eggman. Some other suggestions, I don't know, but that's the story, and I'm sticking with it.
These are my Blues Brothers shades now.
That's awesome. I love
They're
it.
a little too blue for Blues Brothers, but still.
They're perfectly blue for our show. Zig and this person that I can't pronounce, I apologize. Roses and
Champagne.
Champagne, sorry. Manhwa comes out in September, 1 volume, webtoon label. And that's it. Nothing here for me specifically, but I am excited for everybody that is excited about these releases, as always. I love to see the enthusiasm whenever stuff gets announced and they're like, oh, let's go. So, yeah.
I'm probably going to try the Tease Me Harder one just because I think it's a shorter series, too, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like a sweeter version of everyone's favorite Faku, not Faku title, Nana and Karu.
I knew you were going to mention that. Yeah, Nana and Kaoru, but safe for work and a little bit more wholesome.
Probably not exactly safe for work, but like definitely safer than
yeah.
That one.
I don't know.
I think that's it for me on this round.
If you want to read it at work, assert your dominance. You'll get fired or notified by HR, but go for it.
I work from home, so
yeah, let's go.
As long as I'm not reading on camera or something, I should be fine.
Oh man! So shout out 7 Seas. I did see the tweet just now on socials, so that's going to be exciting. But what's even more exciting for this nerd right here are the Kodansha reveals for fall 2025. Now, they took a page out of Viz's book, but played it much, much better, in my opinion, by just getting to the damn point and not being delayed by hackers or kingdom bullshit, and just said, like, you know what? We got 3 now. Tomorrow there's 1 more, and then the other day we got 1 big one. And people were like, all right, cool, let's go. So I didn't see this, and then people on the Discord alerted me, and I started freaking out at work. I'm like, oh my god. Where is it? No, it's not this. Damn it. Okay. Kaijin Fugeki Kindled Spirits by Oh Great. I'm really excited for this one. It's an action mystery series, a little bit of military stuff, because it's England post World War II or something like that. Now I'm going to read it, and I'm going to feel like an idiot. Yeah, I saw a British soldier, so I assumed World War II. An exciting new fantasy series from Oh Great. Phenomena that were once known as natural disaster. Faced with the threat of inexplicable destruction, children offer their prayers in the form of dance in order to borrow the power of the gods, quell the night's fury, and deliver the world from ruin. In a fateful encounter, okay, so this is not post-World War II, sorry. A boy from a rural town in Japan, Jin, meets Gao, a British soldier who is forced to flee his homeland by the night. The two spend their halcyon days with their friends in the quiet town surrounded by nature, until one day the night suddenly falls on them once again. I can't wait for this. I will pick this up. Sounds badass.
I'll probably grab it. I do like Oh Great's artwork, and fingers
Hygiene
crossed.
is a vast license. Volume 3 came out 3 days ago. Damn. All right, that's some synergy right there.
fingers crossed that maybe they'll re-release Air Gear at some point. I know I'm not the only person that wants that either.
Right.
They just recently up
Yeah.
the Bakemonogatari one in English too, right?
It finished, and I have like half of it. I need to get on it and finish collecting it.
Time to get on it.
There's so much stuff coming out. March is insane, by the way. I don't know how your list is coming up for your video, but holy shit.
Yeah,
there's so many books coming out.
I think 55 total between first and final volumes.
Mm-hmm.
And of the final volumes, there was only like 9, I want to say. So it's a lot.
I just talk about volume 1s on my videos, and I have like 25 of them or 26 of them. Like, damn, that's going to be a long ass video. Anyways, nobody expected this. The Magnificent Bastard, The Legend of Keiji by Tetsuo Hara, Keiichiro Ryu, adapted by Mio Aso, coming out in the fall. Tetsuo Hara's masterful follow-up to the generation-defining Fist of the North Star, a rollicking samurai epic inspired by a real-life legend. Long before the Japan of today, there was a land riven by a century of war between hundreds of feudal lords. Standing astride this most chaotic and storied era in Japanese history was a samurai unlike any other, courageous, free-spirited, and peerless on the battlefield. Keiji Maeda had a bombastic style and a penchant for outrageous antics, as well as incredible feats of daring. Beloved by his friends, admired by his enemies, and utterly confounding to authority figures, he went out of his way to break every rule but one, his warrior's code. This is a legendary series, and I did not expect Kodansha to pull this.
It's a Shonen Jump title. It was literally a weekly Shonen Jump. So, like, it was very unexpected to see this from Kodansha. But given that it's not a Kodansha title, it will probably be a vertical release, which means it'll be the wide trim like Iruma-kun, which I think you can already see from the not final cover right there. Like, it looks like it's a wider one. Right. So it was a Shonen Jump title. It ran for 18 volumes, I want to say, in the early 90s, like 90 to 93, if I'm not mistaken. And it was published once in English, only partially. Chapters were released in Gatsun Entertainment's magazine Raijin Comics, which ran in the early 2000s alongside or competing against Viz's Shonen Jump magazine. Raijin was also home to Slam Dunk, City Hunter, and Baki. I think they did the second part of Baki. It may have been the first part. I don't remember. So this is one of only, I believe, 3 total license rescues of old Raijin licenses. The others being, of course, Slam Dunk, and then Fist of the North Star was also a Raijin. It was Viz and then Raijin, and now it's Viz again. So if anything, I was always counting on Viz grabbing this. So this was a massive surprise that it was Kodansha, 1, and 2. It's actually happening to begin with, because it was very rare that we get an older series like that. But 2025 has been crazy so far. I feel like a sports commentator right now. 2025 has been a crazy year so far for licenses, at least for shonen and seinen titles. And it's only 6 weeks or so into the year. What's going to happen next? We never know. But I'm super excited. No info yet about if these are single volumes or 2-in-1s or what. But I think by the start of next week, we should probably see the books up on like Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So we should be able to see exactly what it is. But I am very excited, and I'm hoping that we get more Raijin titles resurrected. Unfortunately, it was already not probably going to happen because it's for twice as long as Kingdom right now, but Baki kind of shot itself in the foot with what they did in the chapter that just came out. I don't think any licensor is going to touch that with a 10-foot pole after what he put in the most recent chapter, at least under the current administration, if you will.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened. You'd have to look it up, but I don't want to say it because I feel like we could get in trouble mentioning it.
Right. I will make an uneducated guess and say that these will be 2-in-1s.
I would like that to be true.
Because we are now in an era where publishers are like, you know what? Let's do 2-in-1s. Let's knock it out the park in lesser volumes, less of a financial hit if it doesn't land, and you get some nice large trim fatty or not fatty thickies out there. So heck yeah.
That's my personally my favorite format is
Yeah.
2 oversized, large trim 2-in-1, or if it's not going to go full deluxe, 2-in-1 oversized is like I love it. I think it's just the right length, about 400 pages, good size, and they look great on the shelf.
Sometimes I wonder if like Japanese manga fans out in Japan, they look at our editions and think like, do they think like one, you know how they are surprised at the amount of food that we eat compared to them and their portion size? If they get disgusted by the manga size, or two, if they go like, man, that'd be great if we got the a large trim edition like that. Holy crap! Instead of the smaller tankobons that they get. I've always wondered that. I don't know if anybody knows any Japanese manga fans out there.
Fatima hates the larger trims.
Because I know a lot of people, in Japan, they're so used to the compact, smaller thingy. So,
and another thing that is that like manga in Japan is significantly cheaper than it is here. So that the comparison of them being like, oh, like you have like these are $23 cover price for the initial D, and then like Vagabond I think was 55, and they're like, that's crazy. They do have different trim sizes. They do have large ones and small ones, but they don't have as much of a focus on like large stuff as we do. And the prices are just crazy. Like they'll look at it and be like, wow, those volumes are so expensive compared to what we have.
Mm-hmm. You did sound like a sports commentator.
I'm Stephen A. Smith, man. The Stephen A. Smith of manga.
The next one here, is it the one that... No, not yet. Okay. Sayuri by Rensuke Oshikiri. When Norio and his extended family move into their first standalone home, it seems like a dream come true until rumors about the tragic fates of previous residents start to taint this happy moment. Within a month, Norio's father is dead, and a terrifying darkness begins taking hold of the rest of his family as mystery and misery plague the bereaved family. Only one thing is clear: something or someone is making sure life in this house becomes the stuff of nightmares. That was pretty cool. Art is kind of wacky.
It might be a single volume release because it's only a 2-volume series.
Oh, okay. So this might be a thickie.
Yeah, it's either going to be a short one or just a 2-in-1.
Right. That's pretty cool. No, not yet. All right. Flip Slowly by Mame Otago. That's a funny name if you speak Spanish. It's a new BL one-shot manga. An older city man looking to find solace in a small country library, and a curious young librarian who can't help falling for him. A simple, moving story about two men finding common ground despite their overt differences, and the way love can sneak up on you when you least expect it. That sounds really nice and super wholesome. No, okay. In the Key of Love, reprised by Guri Nojiro. This is a big bear hug of a BL that will melt the iciest of hearts.
We'll be the judge of that.
Exactly. Sweet Home Hokkaido wins over a conductor for whom home is anything but sweet. Okay, cool. Is this time? It's time? Nope, not yet. Okay.
This is the last of the
BLs.
This is the last of day 3, and then it's going to be day 2, which was the box set.
Saving the best for last, baby. Okay.
Basically, more or less.
Omega Mega Era. Omega Mega Era. That's a mouthful. Maki Marukido comes out in the fall. Highly anticipated genre-defining Omegaverse manga in English at last. From beloved BL author Maki Marukido comes a story steeped in secrets, lies, and family drama. Simon and Omega is shunned by his husband's family for being unable to bear children, but when his father-in-law tasked with a special favor, it pushes Simon to spin a tangled web of deception, all to keep his place in the family. Keep it in the family. We got a box set that we knew was happening, so this is not that exciting. Sailor Moon Naoko Takeuchi Collection Manga Box Set Volume 2. This is the last one. This has 6 volumes of manga, so this means that it has the Sailor V stuff in it, right?
Yeah, this would have the latter 4 volumes of Sailor Moon, as well as the 2 volumes of Sailor V.
Oh, here it is, yeah. Okay. That's cool. 16 art cards, exclusive stickers, and a premium holographic box.
What's annoying with this announcement, aside from the fact that like they keep doing announcements for new Sailor Moon stuff, like Sailor Moon is gonna get every format ever possible. Right. They didn't need to do the announcement because we knew the second box that would happen. But if they were gonna do it, at the very least, they could have had a picture of
the second box set, because this is from the first one.
It's just a picture of the first one. So maybe like if the second one has a different design, or like they could have been like, here's the mock-up of the art cards or something, just like differentiate it. But it's literally just like, we don't
have a picture for it. Just use the first one. Nobody will notice.
Okay. I sure hope not. Like, I really hope you don't just mark the second box set as box set 1.
Right. So speaking of, I might as well address it because I mentioned it before you jumped in. Speaking of shoujo manga and the lack of representation here, I saw a lot of people upset on social media, and it made me upset because I want everybody to be happy and be joyful when stuff gets announced. But time and time again, they keep pushing the shoujo fandom aside in favor of all the stuff that I talked about just now.
Now, apparently, the last BL, the Omegaverse Mpreg one, that one was published in a Josei magazine, but I think like was moved to a seinen magazine.
Okay.
But people were saying like, hey, this did fall in there. So there was something, and apparently that is a series that a lot of people have really wanted. So more the BL and like Omegaverse crowd is really excited about that. So at least they got something
okay. All right.
that they're really excited about. But yeah, like the different fans didn't really get
non-Omegaverse fans. Like they were suffering.
Even the Seven Seas stuff, the only like shoujo or josei was the one that's like being thrown under a seinen magazine label,
right?
Like yeah, the kinky one, and that's not for everyone either. So it kind of like people getting kind of shoeholed into certain little things, and it's like I'm not ever saying like we should sacrifice one thing for another thing, but it's just weird that like there's nothing for a whole group of people.
And this isn't the first time, because the last round of announcements from Kodansha, we had the same thing where
exact same thing.
Nothing. I mean, let's take the Omegaverse to the side, because I'm not a fan of the Omegaverse stuff. I'm sorry, so I don't know much about it. About that world, so I apologize for not mentioning.
And then Biz was only the Nana re-release was the only announcement So no, not even a new license. So fingers crossed, like that things start to change. And I will say, like, if I was to play devil's advocate on the side of Kodansha, if they wanted to respond to the backlash from October, the amount of time that it takes to license stuff is a lot longer than 4 months. So they would still be working on stuff. So I'm fingers crossed that we do see some movement on that side.
Right. We got some cons coming up, so
I'm not gonna hold my breath because I'm not. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to die holding my breath for something that like history tells me is probably not going to happen. But there's a lot of licenses out there, and it's if you pay attention to like what's getting licensed from other places, Kodansha specifically, or a lot of Kodansha specific, Kodansha Japan manga are going to like 7 Seas and other places, like the unrelated publishers. So that's one of the things that like a lot of the fans were like, hey, you're not even getting, like, they went out of their way and licensed a Jump manga from Shueisha.
I saw comments like that, like,
yeah,
and not stuff from your own catalog that you could put out.
The common thing that gets brought up is Mars, and it gets brought up time and time again, and I think with good reason, because there are so many comparable things, and just comparing to like KG, like Mars and KG were published close to around the same time in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
They are close to around the same length. Mars, they already have the digital, and Mars also has an 8-volume release that they could adapt, and it has been requested time and time and time again. So I feel like if that doesn't finally get announced this year from Kodansha, then I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but it's an easy layup for them to get.
Mm-hmm.
There I go with the sports stuff. That's an easy layup. That is an easy touchdown for them to achieve if they put out a new edition of Mars. And I love Sailor Moon too. Like, I love Sailor Moon. I have all of the volumes. I have all of the anime. I just got the one that you showed last time. I got that one the day after.
Yay.
And I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, you can't man cannot survive off of bread and peanut butter alone.
Oh, the one thing. Yeah. It's like if Viz just started reprinting different versions of Dragon Ball Z, and that's it. Like, here we go, Dragon Ball, and then the next season, like, here we go, we got another Dragon Ball.
In the same breath, though, as much as I agree with my own comments and your comments, if either was to do a really nice deluxe hardcover of either of these series,
absolutely, yeah.
Day one, dude, I would be there day one.
Kodansha's halfway there because they can put the Sailor Moon Eternal stuff in hardcover binding, and
yeah, they already have the larger trim. Just do 2-in-1s. Just do a series like 5 2-in-1 hardcovers. The Eternal Deluxe Eternal Edition,
right? Eternal Sonata.
A single Eternal Deluxe for Sailor V, and I would double dip. I would probably have triple dipped if I already had another edition.
H-Field. Also, I believe Omega is still a josei, and it still gets promoted as one in Japan. But to be honest, a lot of homophobic shoujosei fans were coming out of the woodworks over this license. Jesus Christ. Lots of discourse was happening, and not everyone was being homophobic and weird, but phew, wow. Did not know that. You see everything these days. I really want to see the Mars collector editions in English. Those got released in Spanish, but I can't find a place to buy them. I'll buy them in Spanish. I don't care. I can read.
Saw that. Yeah, I forgot. I think that's why I knew about them.
If somebody knows where I can buy them, let me know. I'll get them. I still need to get the last 4 movies from Crystal, or I still need the last 4 movies from Crystal to release. There we go, for Sailor Moon. I need them to respond to Viz's Kingdom license with an Ippo license. Come on, Kodansha, make dreams come true. You know what's wild? And I made the joke, but it fell kind of flat. In my head canon, obviously this was planned way in advance, but Kodansha learned about Kingdom, and they thought, like, you got a historical fiction manga thing. I got one of my own. There we go. Legend of Keiji. I won up to you, Viz.
What could have happened, what could have actually, is Kodansha might have tried to get Kingdom.
Ooh, yeah, right.
And Shueisha would have had to respond and say, like, that's being licensed, like it's not available anymore. And they would have been like, fine, and then got Keiji instead. I think Ippo is more of a possibility now than it has been in the past, but it's still like the most likely would be to go to Kodansha, and they are still a little bit like scared money as far as like licensing bigger licenses. But
they're doing Shitano Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's gonna
be two of the same thing.
That's gonna be, I think, a big tell for them, is like if Joe does pretty well, they might be like, oh, people are at least interested in this type of stuff. But right. From the next licenses that you're gonna show, because the next part is just about Print Club coming back, same titles, just available again.
That's a lame announcement. Oh shit, let's go. Look at this bad boy. I mean, I knew it was possible, but at the same time, I thought this was not happening. Mushishi Collector's Edition. Finally happening. The beloved fantasy manga returns in a hardcover omnibus edition featuring completely original translation and new cover illustrations. So it's going to be 5 hardcovers, 2-in-1s to cover the 10 from the Japanese release. Let's go. Okay, I'm so excited. This is one of my most desired manga of all time. I've never been able to get it because it's always been unobtainable. People like price gouging the shit out of the book for like $300 per volume. That's insane. The only way I got introduced to Mushishi was thanks to the anime, which I own. That doesn't even have a Blu-ray release, just a standard DVD. And I've always wanted to read this manga. Technically, it's not a yokai manga, but it is heavily influenced and inspired by yokai literature, where you have the mushi, which are basically like primordial, ethereal things that exist on a different plane of existence on Earth, and certain individuals, like the main protagonist Ginkgo, who's like a wandering shaman, like a doctor, medicine doctor. He can tap into that realm and see these things. The mushi influence people and Japan, and they need the help of someone like Ginkgo when the mushi are up to no good. And like they might infect someone. There's a famous scene of it infecting a kid. So Ginkgo helps him and all that stuff. So I'm super excited. I can't wait. I need this to come out now, but I have to wait until November, I think.
And the price is good too. Like,
what was it? Like 30 something?
$30. Let me.
Not bad.
I forget what the trim size. I think it's oversized.
Let's go. Never thought I'd see the day. This was the first time I've seen people from all walks of manga Twitter life come together in excitement. This was the Pokemon Go for the manga collectors over here, right?
This is
for one brief hour, we were all like together. I loved it.
This is it has complete cross appeal. Like the series, people who are fans of all demos have been wanting this, and I think that's why one of the reasons they probably decided to finally do it is because they knew that like it wasn't something that was like only going to appeal to the shonen action fans, or something that was only going to appeal to the shoujo romance fans or whatever, or shonen romance and shoujo action fans. Like it was literally like everyone wanted this. Mm-hmm. I sent it to like the little friend group Discord that I have, Colleen, myself, and other friends, and most of them are fully like, shoujo and josei fans, and every single person in there freaked out.
Love
Like
it.
that's the type of cross appeal that this has. I'm still looking to see the dimensions.
It says here, pretty interesting to see this in the solicit text. The series, upon its release in the 2000s, Mushishi earned global acclaim for its poetic, episodic storytelling and delicate, beautiful artwork. That's also another thing. The manga is gorgeous. Same with the anime, winning the Japan Media Arts Prize selection as a best manga by the Japan Agency of Cultural Affairs and recommendation as a top read for teens by the American Library Association. The series inspired two anime in 2005 and 2014, and live action film, which is not that great, directed by Katsuhiro Otomo. I'm sorry, Otomo, but I didn't like it. Creator of Akira. Unfortunately, after being out of print for 15 years, English copies of Mushishi became as elusive as the strange creatures that populate its pages until now. I love that they are aware of the status of Mushishi when they were writing this copy.
I think,
and they quoted Jason, which I don't care for.
I think that honestly, that might have been a slight against Kodansha Japan, because a lot of times, like from the people I talk to at Kodansha, and I've said like, oh, like I think I've told this story here, like when they solicited or when they first announced Initial D coming back, I went and talked to one of the guys over there, and I told him like, I'm so excited, like this has been my most wanted for a long time. And then I was like, hey, if you're doing longer titles, like longer unfinished former Tokyo Pop titles that y'all have in your digital catalog, what has to be next is Beck. And he was like, Beck is my favorite series of all time. I have been begging for them to let us do Beck. So they have to like basically go to Kodansha Japan and ask them like, can we do this? Can we do that? And it's on Kodansha Japan's side, it's them being like, do we think that this is going to make the money or not? And so like, it makes me, the fact that they put that little segment in there, that sentence in there, makes me feel like they're like, it's kind of a slight against them for being like, you didn't let us do this for a long time. So now we're excited to finally be able to do this.
They're losing money. I kid you not, chat. $300 on eBay for a volume 1. That is insanity.
It's like
some people paid for it.
Remember, I saw people when I was looking up to try and find the specific information about the books. I saw people on Reddit showing like, I finally got the whole series, or I went ahead and did it, and they spent like a ton of money on eBay or whatever to buy it. And I'm like, dude, my never spend over cover price rule has never failed me. Like everything that I pass up on eventually winds up getting reprinted, and this is another example of that. Like I'm just putting it out there. The trim size, by the way, is 5 3/4 inches by 8 3/16. For comparison, for you, the like oversized Viz signature size volumes are 5.875, so that's a little bit more than 3/4 by 8.25, so 8 1/4. So it's not quite that dimension, and it's going to be a hardcover, so it's not going to be like I don't think it's going to be the same trim size as say Saint Young Men from Kodansha.
So a little bit smaller.
It might actually. Let me look at it might be the same dimensions as Joe.
I'm fine. I'm cool with that. I don't mind.
I don't mind at all, as long as we're getting it.
I hauled one book. I forgot to show you guys, but I'll show you that in a second because we're not talking about that book. I have here my copy of Drag Q from Kodansha.
Smaller than Joe.
So you think maybe like this size?
It's gonna be. Hold on. I'm gonna look for what it is. I'm trying to just see what I have in like smaller hardcovers.
This is Friden next to Drag Q.
I think it's gonna be like a standard sized volume of manga, but hardcover.
Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I don't mind.
It is what it is, as long as we get it.
And it's just 5. So it's like I always say on my videos, Not a huge commitment for your shelf.
Oh.
You can easily fit 5 hardcovers somewhere, even on the floor. I don't care. Just get them. Do me a solid, chat. When these books come out, buy them. From where is it? From InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. Mushishi will be there, and it's going to be less than retail price. So shop smart. Go to InStockTrades and get your awesome books. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And the loyalty discount adds an extra 2% off when you order on a week-by-week basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. I'm going to chat with IST somehow, and when that book comes out, I'm going to pull and tell them, like, hey, this should be a deal of the week, the Mushishi hardcover when it comes out. We'll see if that happens, if I remember to do that. So shout out to our wonderful sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Phew. Let's see. Chat, I still can't read your comments. I'm sorry. I have to tilt my head like this. All right. Now for Lady Snowblood getting a reprint over at Dark Horse. Kane, you mentioned that on my Discord, and I thought, like, Lady Snowblood. And then I remembered that I have the movie and that I have the manga. And I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want anybody to feel bad. But that's one of the manga that I do own from Dark Horse. I'm like, oh, I own that. I didn't know that was expensive. Sounds like it will be the same trim size as erased hardbacks. I'm guessing like the same size as Vinland standard hardcovers. If they're like the Vinland Saga hardcovers, I'm down with that. I can dig it. This and Nana being 2-in-1s definitely incentivizes me more to buy them day one. Let's go, Guren. Yes, do it.
Smaller than Erased and Vinland Saga.
Well, the important thing is that we're getting them.
They're honestly pretty small. I'm still looking for something that is the same size so that I can compare it. And I'm not finding something that's exactly the same trim.
So that is really cool. I'm still buy Mushishi. Yeah, that's the right attitude. Hell yeah. Get the books first and then worry about trim size and all that stuff. The important thing is that you guys support it and get it so that they know they got another home run on their hands. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. If you're excited for the Mushishi release, hit the like button on the video, on this stream. I'd appreciate it. We got 33 people watching. That'd be amazing to get 33 likes. I hope you're not too bothered by my sunglasses to hit the like button, because I may come off as a villain on this episode. Because all the chat, all you guys were suggesting bad guys, and none of you were saying, like, oh, Gio, you look like a good guy.
I said Morpheus.
Oh, you said Morpheus. Okay, yeah. Morpheus is cool. So, man, okay, never mind. I have a story, but not for this stream. It has to do with Morpheus.
Geo's Kingdom right here.
Yes.
This is the one that, like, I even posted, I said, this is the best announcement of the year. Like, I hands down, this is the best one.
I don't see anybody topping this. Sorry, I'm going to call it.
The second best so far this year being, for me, Keiji. Those two. And
the one thing that would make this year even better is that Drawn and Quarterly would say, like, hey, we still got the Gegege no Kitaro license. Let's do, like, the complete run in, like, larger trim size and not just selected chapters. That would make me so happy and elated.
This next one is a big one too, but we already knew about it because it had, like, been...
This got leaked. We knew about it.
It was
Dragon
on
Head.
PRH really early.
Right. Dragon Head by Minetaro Mochizuki. I believe these are 2.5 in 1 omnis.
Yeah,
2.5 in 1.
It'll be 4 volumes total.
4, yes. Award-winning 90s head trip disaster manga. Teru and his high school class are on the train ride home from a school field trip when a catastrophic something derails their train and leaves them buried beneath tons of rubble. When Teru comes to, all his friends and teachers are lying lifeless in a hellish heap of bloody carnage. Trapped in an unending darkness filled with death and decay, he and the only 2 other survivors must find a way to escape and make it back home, if home still exists. That sounds way darker than I was anticipating. I've never read this. Have you read Dragonhead before?
No, I've been waiting to see it reprinted or find copies of the old Tokyo Pop edition, which was something I was gonna say about like possibility of other old licenses coming back and stuff. Is like the Tokyo Pop stuff, like Dragonhead, Initial D, and Mushishi was originally, wasn't it Del Rey that it was published on?
Yeah.
So these older licenses coming back, like the more that these sell well, the more we're going to be getting stuff.
We have an update from Guden. Thank you so much. On the Kodansha website, there's a news update for retailers that says Mushishi size will be comparable to the Parasite full-colored editions.
If that is correct, then they need to update their listing on Penguin Random House.
Right.
Because
what if
dimensions?
Every hardcover spells Mushishi. I know it's only 5, but you could put like MU and then you put them all together as Mushishi. Never mind. Dragonhead reprint is going to be great. I almost pulled the trigger on the first 2 volumes last week. Glad I held off. Dragonhead was a nice announcement. I'm fortunate to have Tokyo Pop, the singles from Tokyo Pop, but rad that I can just read it from here, dummy. That it's going to be more widely available. There we go. Speaking of,
don't be spending a ton of money on old out of print books, because especially at the rate things are going, shit is getting. Especially if it's a title that Tokyo Pop used to put out,
they're out to get that stuff. So yeah, just wait it out.
Not even just Kodansha, but the homies at 7 Seas have done so many. Gravitation, Marmalade Boy, Rosen Maiden, Pet Shop of Horrors. Left and right, they're taking these classic licenses and bringing them back at this point, and like. So yeah, like hold on, don't spend a lot. If you find them cheap, like I find Tokyo Pop stuff cheap all the time, but like,
all right,
I stick to my guns. I don't spend over the cover price, and it's never let me down.
So again, this one will be for 2.5 in 1s omnis, and then everybody's favorite, Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir complete omnibus edition. Forget about Mushishi. Let's go. You got Miraculous thingamajig right there. It's cool. It's an omnibus. Large size, all-in-one edition.
We had a book by, I think, Zig earlier, and now we have a book by Zag.
Next one is going to be Ziggity. Ziggity Zigzag Zag.
I have a couple friends in my like group of guys that I hang out with who we were at Target the other day, and a couple of the guys grabbed Miraculous Ladybug blind boxes, and I looked at them and I was like, huh? And they're like, this is a really good show, dude. And I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna judge you. I watch a lot of children's shows, so I can't. I'm not one to judge. But just putting that out there to say that they will probably be interested in the upcoming omnibus edition.
Right. So that's all I got from Kodansha right now. Oh wait, let's go here. Hold on. Menu news.
Knock on wood that
here it is.
We get some diversity in their later stuff, but as far as shonen and seinen fans go, we got a really good round from Kodansha this first time.
Look at that. I don't know about this. Witchhead Atelier welcome kit. This kit comes with a stylized folder containing a manga sampler and activity book, poster, and character bookmarks. Retailers can get this marketing kit with purchase of 5 volumes of the volumes 1 and 2. That's cool. I dig it. That's cute. Gotcha Kuta is getting a poster. I need these posters. Not for this one, but you know what I mean. Winter season anime. Okay, cool. Yeah. Akira. Let's see. Updated translation lettering, 35th anniversary edition box, and now collectible. One book at a time. I will be getting this because I did not get the Akira box set when it came out. Everybody has that thing except me. Even Jess had the damn box set. You know how embarrassing that is for me?
Does he still have it?
No, he sold that a long time ago. But you remember the early Omnibros episodes where he would just place it on the floor and it had cobwebs on it? Fake cobwebs, I think, as part of a Halloween joke. He never read that thing. Just bought it off of impulse.
He should have gotten the paperbacks since they're flipped.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I missed out on the box set. I don't really like having box sets, but hardcover collections, I'll do this. Heck yeah. I feel like my street cred for as a manga collector will go up a little bit because I need Akira.
You can see at the top of the shelf right there. I don't even display mine with the box set. Mine I keep out of the.
Oh, right. There it is. Yeah. Oh, and I see your Parasite.
Yeah, you can. I know how to spell.
Remember when we were joking about the ass, Paras? Yeah. That's awesome. Akira. Okay. Sailor Moon. Okay. Whatever. Dragonhead. Mushishi. There we go. Poetic fantasy with a touch of horror. Prestige property. 3 anime. A fantasy classic finally returns. Books worthy of a master. 5 hardcover 2-in-1 omnibus books will feature a large size comparable to Parasite full color collection, new from scratch translation and lettering, beautiful colored pages, and cover illustrations new to English. Let's go.
So yeah, they need to update the Penguin Random House listing because it definitely shows it as being like a pretty tiny book.
You still have the box for
Akira. It's up there. I think I have single issues in the box.
Nice. Senpai is an Otokonoko. This has a movie that just recently dropped in Japan, I think, or it's coming out soon. I love the show, but I need to eventually watch that movie. What else is in here? Sheeta's Little Big World.
I think these were ones from the last round of announcements.
Welcome to Demon School, Irumakun Iru Mafia Edition. They're all gangster in this one. Isaac or Isaac, for all you Americans out there.
Double S.
This is 2-in-1 Omnis.
They didn't have one of these little press kits for KG.
Last Samurai Standing, Spacewalking with You, Tower Dungeon. These were for the. Oh, here it is.
Here you go.
Magnificent Bastard, Legend of KG. No, it doesn't say anything.
So I think I'm gonna have to assume that they're single volumes because the way that everything else, it seems like it's probably just gonna be 18 single volumes. But that's fine. Right. I'm happy we're getting it most of all.
You can't bluff the Sharp Eyed Sister. I assume we talked about this. I don't remember some of these books.
We talked about all of these when they were announced.
Chat. Oh, these are trailers. We can't play these because we're going to get claimed. I saw a comment about this one that Kodansha said they had hundreds and hundreds of copies because they expect this to be a huge hit.
I think 125,000 was the number.
Holy guacamole. I hope then you guys put out like a bazillion Mushishi hardcovers.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
So shout out to Kodansha.
By the way, fun stuff on the Kodansha side. I talked about like talking with Kodansha US people. I also, when I've had meetings with Kodansha Japan people, I pushed things on that side too. Like I tried to do what I could do and tell them. I think I told them because they asked me specifically like if I could give them a list of like the popular titles right now with like US audiences, and in that list I put but it was like they gave me something to choose from, and so of the ones that like I got to choose from, I think I included I know I included Chihai Furu, I think I included Space Brothers, and I also included your boy Kong Ming.
Yee, that's a good one.
I was trying to say like get those out there, but
right,
I was in relation to something completely different, but I was still just trying to like tell them like so they would have confidence and hopefully let the other side, the US side, license some of those. So
right,
I do what I can do when I have the opportunity to do it.
It's appreciated, sir.
It's like, do you remember? Okay, so when we're talking about how the Mushishi was out of print, I was going to say this earlier, so I'm sorry it's a little bit late. But remember when Omar first was like talking with David over at Marvel?
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea how out of print and expensive a lot of the Omnis were.
Right.
It's like that type of beat. It seems like they don't like Japan, Kodansha Japan doesn't realize how wanted these books are. And if they would just look at eBay sales, they'd be like, oh.
If I go to eBay right now, let's do a little experiment on eBay. Mushishi Volume 1. Okay. That is insane. Wait a minute. Somebody's selling all 10 volumes for $1,000.
Did someone to send them a message and be like, buddy, you better hope that you get something in the next couple months.
Maybe it's like they're sending you cash alongside with it or something.
Jesus. Yeah, there's $100 bill to use as a bookmark in every volume.
Volume 1 for $45, Volume 1 for $63, Volume 1 for $55, Volume 5 for $250, Volume 3 for $150. I should just show it because you guys can see the craziness. $48 for the Japanese version. 48 Japanese, 40 blah blah blah. English 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. 700 smackaroos. No, you know how much stuff I can get done with $700 right now? Give me that instead. Jesus.
Well, if you had any copies of Mushishi paperbacks, maybe you could.
I could sell them and then like
people
take care of some bills, get some hefty groceries, like. But $700 on 7, Jesus, that's you're damn. People are crazy. Mushishi 1 for $60, Mushishi 2 for $150. This is all over the place. I think more publishers or more like license owners in Japan and everybody, they should take a look at the aftermarket. They're missing out.
Yeah, I think it's eye-opening. Because you can see not just like what people are offering for, but you can look at like completed sales and they can see like 100% what the actual demand is for these books. And for something that's like, it's different, of course, like if it's never hit the market before, like something like, Kingdom or even like KG, because KG never got volume releases in English. They just did some of the chapters. They can easily look at sold listings for stuff like this, or like I always forget about some of the other ones because I have them, but Brave Master, Samurai Deeper Kyo, GTO, all of those
Master, that'd be great to get
are old
reprinted.
Tokyo Pop titles that have, of course, been out for a long time that are very expensive on that. And if you have like Kodansha Japan look at that stuff and be like, look, there's literally people making money off of stuff because you're not reprinting it. Like, do you want these people to make the money, or do you want to?
You know what will happen? Because Dead Rock is coming out the next month, right? Next month?
Yes. Yeah.
If Dead Rock lands well, I could see them going back and be like, what about Rave Master? Why don't we put that out again?
Bro, they need to pick up on the Fairy Tail Omnibus editions also again.
Also true. I started seeing them on at Walmart, the Fairy Tail ones. I was tempted to buy one just for the hell of it, for the FOMO, but I'm like, I don't have room right now.
Well, they've only done the first 3, and I'm gonna check. I've been looking at the catalog on Penguin, and it's not on there, but I'm gonna look at.
I still haven't finished getting the friggin' 7 Deadly Sins on these. I dropped off at 5 or 6.
Yeah, the 4th Fairy Tail Omnibus is still not out. 7 Deadly Sins finally wrapped up. I got that last one somewhere right there behind me.
Oh wait, let me zoom in. Enhance. There we go. So how many total? 13?
14. The last one is a 2-in-1.
I got 5 of those, so I need to hurry up. Look at this sucker. Somebody paid for all of it. No, not all. Jesus Christ, not even all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. $425. At least they got free shipping, so good on them. That is insane. And I don't have my DVD with me. It's somewhere behind me on stored away, but I mean, I can get it. Give me a second before we wrap up. I can at least show you that. Bleach, what? Okay. Hunter. Okay, Hunter.
Oh, those Tokyo Ghouls are not official.
No, yeah, those are bootleg. $82 for bootlegs.
Bootlegs. I hope the person who bought those didn't get tricked with it.
Look, 1,000.
Also, just to put this out there, because I said something to the effect to Kane about Lady Snowblood. I did put in the request with the plug at Dark Horse and let them know the people yearn for Lady Snowblood reprints. So hopefully that is a thing that will happen. Especially with Dark Horse being so reprint happy these days. I know that they're as far as I've been told, God damn it, dude. As far as I've been told, they do really short licenses, so they probably don't have the license right now, but they could easily re-sign for it.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
They need to just get all the Kazuo Koike stuff reprinted.
There's some sex and nudity and violence in here that I can't show, but I'm looking for an action page to show everybody.
I like how they went with the Kill Bill color scheme on those.
Oh yeah, they look great. I have the movie too from Criterion. Criterion?
Yeah. It is Criterion. I have that.
No, I can't show that. Whoa! All right, that is very risque. I can't show that at all.
Yeah.
This book goes all out with that. Where's the action? Give me some of the action right there. Hold on. Oh, here we go. You can see some of that over there. So hopefully this does come back in print. Finally, Dark Horse is selling it digitally, though. There we go. I should have done the whole show like this. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can find real quick the Mushishi DVD, and then we can finish the stream.
They're selling Lady Snowblood digitally right now. Is that what was that? Oh, never mind. Wait, I can look at comments too. I just can't hide them. So the digital and physical licenses are different. So if they're only doing digital, but they haven't printed it in a while, they might not have the print license at the time. So they might have let the print license lapse. So that's why, for instance, like when you see Seven Seas announcements, they always put on their like print/digital. But if they don't have the digital license, they'll keep digital off of there. But there's a lot of stuff that like Kodansha only has digital licenses for a lot of things. Viz does the same thing, and sometimes I think because like it's just a lot cheaper, but it helps them maintain like a license, and they can still make a little bit of money off of it. But it is different. Speaking of Viz licenses, though, one that may have just lapsed for them is actually Please Save My Earth. Colleen was looking at the site earlier today, and they had that series under the Shoujo Beat section before, and now it's just gone from the site. So Viz may have not renewed that license, and I'm not saying that it happened, but it is possible then that someone else could pick it up, or maybe someone else did pick it up, and that's why they had to take it down. Thank you. I can't highlight the comments, William, but thank you for saying that he's cosplaying Morpheus, because I think I was the only other person that said that. I'm glad to help people learn things. I like to yap, as those in my life know about me. I said I like to yap.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I like to yap, and I have a lot of information. It's funny to think about sometimes, because you get like people who have like hyper focus interests and stuff, and you put a lot of us in a room together, and like each of us can just go on for an indefinite amount of time for like whatever our...
I'm still looking.
Mars, the physical license is not with anyone. The digital license is with Kodansha. I believe, because I believe that they have it on their website digitally. I'm looking it up right now just to check. Yeah, you can get digital editions of Mars right now from Kodansha US.
The hell?
The original 15 volume run. They don't have the second, the like, what was it, the Horse with No Name or whatever volume? But they're on sale, actually, $3.99 each for the 15 volumes. But be careful with digital volumes, because I don't know if y'all might have seen the information, but like if you buy digital volumes for Amazon, they changed something that starting like next month, basically, you will no longer be able to download those onto your hard drive, on your computer, onto whatever. And they basically hold the license. They always do hold the license, but at least previously you could keep a copy so that if something happened, you could still hold it. But now they're not letting you do that anymore. So if you have any digital stuff from Amazon or anywhere, I would recommend like making sure that you save a copy somewhere for yourself, so that just in case the license doesn't stay with whoever you bought it from, you don't have to worry about that. That's one of the things that I try to stay away from digital stuff for, is because that stuff happens all the time. Some of y'all might have seen like that happen with movies. Whenever one of the big digital movie services went down, people lost their entire digital libraries because they didn't own them. Morpheus is back.
Sorry. I couldn't find it.
What were you looking for?
My Mushishi DVD set.
You sent me something.
No, yes, but I later bought it, and it's somewhere here, but I don't know where I put it. So It's gonna take way too long, and we're already at an hour and 50. So that's not happening. Hold on. All right. This is completely improvised. Give me a minute. Let me check again real quick. It's morphin time or whatever Morpheus says. That's what he says. It's morphin time. And then he accesses the matrix. Hey, look at that. Thank you. I sent you that? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Heck yeah. That's a collector's item right there. I made that up. I don't know if that's true or not, but
it's a collector's item to me.
Exactly. There we go. I don't trust digital volumes typically. I'm cool with digital books from, for example, Starford Books, because they actually send you the zip file and you actually own it. I think Sublime may do that too. You know who does that? But for video games, GOG, the website. I mean, they don't. You download it and it's yours. It's not like Steam or whatever where they pull it because they don't have the licenses anymore. They're like, nope, sorry.
Yeah, stuff like that's fine. Like if I own the actual digital copy, if I have the file, that's fine. But if I'm reading it off of a service,
right? I'm always aware on a service like that you're just paying for the access for the key to the door. That's all you're buying. Yeah. Speaking of this, this reminds me, Gio, I pre-ordered the Digimon game. I'm so hyped for it. I am so excited. I can't wait. I want to play that. You saw that one? There's a new Digimon game coming out.
It was shown at the State of Play or whatever a week or so.
Right.
Yeah.
PlayStation, whatever.
Yeah. I haven't played any of the Digimon games. The only Digimon game type thing that I ever played with was one of my friends back during when the first or second season was out, got a digital Digivice toy that you could digivolve the various Digimon, and it's obviously this, but how it's not like Pokemon where there's just a single evolution tree. You have different routes that you can take, so every monster can evolve 2 or 3 different ways, depending on whatever circumstances. So I just sat there pushing things through various evolution trees or digi-evolution trees for hours, and then I was like, okay, I think I saw everything. I just put it down. That's the closest to a Digimon video game that I played with, but it was super cool. I really liked it.
I'm back again. I thought I remembered where it was, but it wasn't there. So next episode, next week, I'll grab it and show it off. Because the thing was, now I remember, I stored everything in alphabetical order. So the M portion of my DVD collection is all the way in the back, obviously. And no, it's not happening tonight. Sorry.
How dare you?
Insufferable Omnibus Collector. Where can people find you when you're not here with us goofing around?
My channel is the Omnibus Collector on YouTube, and everywhere else you can find me the same, the Omnibus Collector. Just look up the Omnibus Collector on Google and it'll pop up with everything. And I was gonna do a video about the recent announcements myself. Now there's so many of them, I don't know if I want to put in the work. Might not do that. I haven't missed a video about Viz announcements in a long time, but I felt the Viz announcements were not the greatest, aside from the one that most people were excited about. And not to shit on it or shit on anyone's taste. I was just I didn't feel like dedicating a whole video to their small selection. And then I was like, maybe I'll throw some Dark Horse in there. Oh, Yen Press did theirs. Maybe I'll throw that in there too. And now it's everyone has done announcements. So I don't want to be prejudiced against any singular publisher, because if I do a video and I'm I'm going to talk about Viz and Kodansha and Dark Horse, and then I don't talk about Seven Seas or Tokyo Pop, I'd get flack for it. So we'll see. Maybe I don't know. I'll see what I do. But Gio, I'm sorry for yapping again. What
No,
about,
I welcome it.
where
By
can
the
they-
way, yeah. Sorry. I wanted to mention real quick a joke that each of these faces are different fans reacting to the Kingdom announcement. Some are elated, some are frustrated, some are pervy about it, like that horse in the middle. So yeah.
I went out of my way to try and find the most diverse and funny faces I could.
Right. Now this is just a meme. I'm gonna leave this on here for whenever we mention Kingdom. I'm just gonna put this up.
I should get all of those faces again and just make it like just the faces without all the text.
Without the text, yeah, love it. You can find me on my channel, Manga Geekdom. I posted a haul video recently. If you guys want to check it out, I hauled a lot of stuff. It's pretty cool. And I do have a live stream channel called Manga Geekdom Live. I should be live streaming this weekend. Took a 2-week hiatus, but I'm back. And then I do have a video coming up soon where I talk about some new manga that I read. So go check them out. Manga Geekdom here on YouTube. There's also the Discord link, which was shared earlier. Here it is. Thank you, James. And that's it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This week has been great for Omnibros. We got a show on Monday. We did a show yesterday. We did a show today. But the fun's not over. Tomorrow we have another show. So tune in for that. We won't be here. But spiritually, we will. Like ghosts standing besides Jess and Lou.
The whole
You
gang
won't see.
though will be back on Monday, all 4 of us.
Monday, we got another. Monday's going to be crazy. So I always look forward to those. And the weekend, I hype myself up for the Monday shows. Gia with the glasses was great. Thank you. Do you guys want Gia with the glasses to come back? I feel like this is a one and done moment.
It's also kind of a what is it?
Is it like a vibe, like a good vibe?
It's like a Paul Schaefer type thing going on.
Okay. I'll take that. You know what I want? Speaking of vibes and costumes and hijinks,
Yeah.
James has been upset with me for 3 years now in a row because I always say by Halloween I want to do a stream with the Halloween outfit on, and I always want to use the kitsune mask, and I can never find one in time for Halloween. So, James, for the 4th time in a row, if you want to quote me on this, I will get that mask before Halloween drops. Fingers crossed. Because I saw one on BBTS of all places. So I'm thinking if they have it, I can find it. But I haven't been looking for it. So I still got a couple months before Halloween. So we're good.
Dude, this is out of left field, but I was just thinking, because James mentioned new DM cover, but I'm thinking like new omnibus announcements. Omar announced Marvel having another X-Men omnibus coming out.
I mean, okay, yeah,
and
sure.
we're like, we're to the point that we're getting the Strike Force of X-Men stuff, basically. Like there's so much else to pick from, but
I shared an image. Let me share it here. It's in relation to what you're talking about. Hold on. Keep going. Sorry.
It's the X-Men by Mark Guggenheim omnibus. And I'm like, I don't know of anyone who legitimately is asking for a Mark Guggenheim omnibus. I'm sure there's someone out there, but you're such a freak. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do? And the only reason I can think of that they would actually do a Mark Guggenheim omnibus, aside from the fact that they just announced a Spider-Man Wolverine ongoing series, the only reason would be if they were also going to be doing a Cullen Bunn omnibus at the same time.
This was me on my Discord server when I saw the news, and I reported it to my homies at the server. I'm quoting Medusa here. This is my home. These are my people. I will not let the X-Men steal their future.
We're getting Mark Guggenheim X-Men before anything in Humans, and that's like insulting.
I hate it. I hate this world.
I don't know who at Marvel was like, let's give them the Mark Guggenheim X-Men. That's what they want.
That's what the kids want. Where's the two thumbs down guy? Homie from The Office. Hey, there we go. Thank you. And this guy from the Yankees game.
But you know what's really dumb is I'm gonna buy it.
Of course you are. Same with Omar's gonna review it and talk about it, and
but he's not gonna have spent money on it. I'm gonna have spent money on it.
Right. But you're a true fan, and I admire that, because if they did that with Aquaman, because Aquaman has some bad runs as well, I would buy them all. Of course. That's how much I love the character, the franchise, the property, whatever.
I think that they should have done, if I were Marvel's marketing on that, I would have done both the Bun and the Guggenheim Omnibus announcements at the same time and had them be like twin announcements, because that would be the complete era. But like, because Bun did blue and then Guggenheim was on gold, and those two titles went hand in hand and they crossed over a little bit. I would have done that, because it's like no question at all that they're gonna announce Bun, and freaking Omar sitting there all sly in the video saying like, let me know in the comments if you would like to have a Bun omnibus, and I'm like, you motherfucker, you know that they
that they want to do
that. I don't know anything, but I am saying he probably knows that they already, because he does know this stuff ahead of time. It's like he knows that they probably are. That's going to be next week's announcement. They're going to be like, and there's a Bun omnibus.
I can see that. James, I promised that was one of the things I would review, and I failed you on that. But I will be reviewing Aquaman #1, because James gifted me that copy, and I'm so happy about that. I will be talking about that on Monday. So if you want an Aquaman review, stay tuned for Monday. Where did you get those glasses from? I think it was an eBay store a really long time ago. I'm thinking like 10 years ago. They still somewhat fit a little bit. But if I look straight ahead, the coloring thing to make them all like Morpheus looking gets in the way, and everything is super dark. So if I tilt my head, kind of goes away, and I can see just fine, like a regular glass eyewear piece. Why is Riley pretending he isn't loving a complete X-Men run? He's not pretending.
It's not a good series. I'm buying it, but it is.
You're not buying it.
Series.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I want you to have a complete X-Men run of everything.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I have joked with Omar. We have joked together multiple times about the Chuck Austin run.
Tim's is just like Artist Batman was underrated. Tim's is doing Aquaman, right? Of the creative team. I'm such a fake fan. All right, that's it. That's all we got. One more comment. Why not plug it in? Why not plug it? Are you psyched for Colleen's panel? I am. I can't be there, but hell yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I know Colleen shared a list of things they wanted to accomplish this year, and one of the things under their like hard to reach goals, one of those things was to host a panel, and it was like, these are probably not going to happen, but I'd like to do at least one of these things, and one of them was host a panel. So I told them, like, have you applied for C2E2? And they said, no, I haven't. Like, let me do that. And so I think they might have been denied a previous year. Maybe they were just denied to get in last year or something. I don't remember, but they got it. I was like, dude, you're a shoo-in. Like, you should absolutely get it with like the following you have and all the numbers that you have. Like, you should absolutely get something. Just do it. And I'm very, 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 very happy about it.
Also, for anybody wondering or not wondering, if any, I can do public speaking, and let me tell you guys, hosting a YouTube live stream is a million times more difficult than hosting a panel. The nerves are different, but a panel is easy, and Colleen, they're going to knock it out the park. So if you guys are in the vicinity, go check it out.
My
Can't.
choice was to do a dumb cosplay because the last one that I was on, I dressed up as Wario.
I remember Wario.
Great.
You should do Waluigi then. Keep the Mario villain theme going. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the stream. All right. Javier is shutting down the lights. We got to go. I hope Colleen's panel is able to be streamed. I'd love to see it myself. Maybe not. They could record it and then see if they can upload it.
I think they said they were going to look into if it can be streamed or not, because there's something about and I had this with the last couple panels that I was on. It's not always a possibility, unfortunately.
Right. But you still have us here on the Omnibros Collectors Network, and you still have In Stock Trades, our lovely sponsor. So go check them out. That's it. Thank you to In Stock Trades. Thank you to the to the audience in the live chat. Whatever. Thank you to everybody watching at home later on. Put this video on your way to work, or show them to the people at work. I don't know. You do you. Regardless, we'll be back tomorrow and then Monday, and then we do it all over again next Thursday with some more manga news. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Peace and love, all that fun stuff. God bless. Stay safe out there. Catch you on the next one, I think. Yes, for sure.
Hopefully.